Her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of all psychic, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And that's where we're at. Welcome to Babylon. All right, where a boy can be a girl can be a tree. There's no pecs in Babylon. All right, a lot of confusion goes on in Babylon. And it's the mother of harlots. All right, America lays in bed with any country and then just does them dirty when they don't need them no more, like what's happening in Ukraine. America don't care about what's happening in Ukraine no more. It's a new war front over there with Yemen, over there with Israel and Gaza. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 5. For her sins has reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. So the things that America has done, God remembers it. God is taking note. The angels are paying attention. So that's why this place is in the midst of a collapse. That's why you go over to Levittown, Pennsylvania, and they're chopping off people's heads.
Found decapitated in a home. Police took his son into custody 100 miles away, and they believe there was more to this murder than just a family grudge. Action News reporter Corey Davis is live in Middletown Township with more on this story, now gaining national attention. Corey.
Matt, good morning. This is a disturbing story, and I just spoke with one of the Middletown Township captains out here who tells me 32-year-old Justin Moan was arraigned by video. He faced a judge by video and was denied bail earlier this morning. We are right now here at the scene where he lived. This is the 100 block of Upper Orchard Drive in Middletown Township.
You know what I mean? A son chopped off his father's head and made a YouTube video talking about it. How, you know, how people have to rise up against this wicked nation. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden letting in all the migrants and destroying his country. But come to find out, Levittown had a policy that so-called black people couldn't even buy a house there.
From the outside, it looks like the American dream. But what the community of Levittown was built on doesn't include all Americans.
The builder Levitt had in his deeds something that said this property can only be sold to Caucasian people. Now, we have to remember, those deeds were approved by the federal government.
Dolores and Erwin Quintine experienced this government-approved racist policy firsthand when they went looking for a home in Levittown in the 1960s.
The guy said, "You knows what you get you out of here because we don't sell the."
Established 1947, but how Levittown was established has an effect on American culture today, not just in Levittown.
Levittown made sure in their clause that you had to be a so-called Caucasian coming from the Caucasus Mountains in order to live in Levittown. And that was in the 50s, all right, and beyond. You understand? But now what's happening? The sins done reached up to heaven. Apparently the Most High heard what was happening in Levittown and said a death angel on that son to chop off his dad's head. All right?
That's right.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
you
it
understand?
is.
Let's see what's going to be happening these last days. Because we're not, you know, these curses, you know, we're about equality as well. You know? Everybody should get a round of affliction coming from Yahweh Shem Shai.
Khan.
You know?
That's right.
White people aren't immune.
Nope.
If we got to deal with it, so do you. All right? And that's what's going to happen at the end of these days.
Yeah, it's coming.
All right? It's the book of Deuteronomy. Slide. chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So who hates the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? Who put us in these mass graves? Who put us in prison houses? Who stopped and frisked us to no avail to find guns and drugs that weren't there? Your enemy.
Con.
Who brought you as soon as you came over on a slave ship? Your enemy. So what the Most High gonna do? And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the ones that persecute us, the one that hate us, the one that oppress us, they're just desserts. They're getting what they deserve. That's why it's a dangerous place to be in the house of a sinner, especially an Edomite, because it's just like that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. Those spirits can hop right on and hop right off people. So that spirit hop right on that Edomite to chop off his dad's head and to make a YouTube video about it. He wasn't trying to hide nothing. He wasn't trying to clean anything up. He knew he was going to jail, but he took out his father before. And we ask that the Most High continues to give these people the hell that they've given us.
That's right.
We ask the Most High that he fills up their cup of oppression a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right.
So they know what it feels like just to be on the receiving end of a biblical ass whooping.
That's right.
Right now, that's pretty much what's going on with Esau. His children are all on drugs, right? They're setting them up for World War III.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to go to another country you've never been to die there, right? Going to and pick one. Either Ukraine, Gaza, Taiwan once China attacks, maybe Guyana once Venezuela attacks. So all these countries that Esau's he's about to see the world, but he's going to see it through the lens of a sniper rifle. He's going to see it through the lens of binoculars. All right, looking for the enemy. All right, but let's see another account how now these afflictions are now jumping on them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
Let's
right.
Look at Matthew chapter 14 and verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, "Give me here John the Baptist's head in a charger." So they asked for John the Baptist's head back in King Herod's day. Now, these King Herods are getting their heads chopped off. Verse 9, and the king was sorry. Nevertheless, for the oath's sake of them which sat with him at the meat, he commanded it to be given to her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. Now Edomites are getting their head chopped off.
Yep.
Can't make this stuff up. You know?
Get back. That's
Get
right.
back. Exactly.
Yep.
This is exactly what they wanted, and that's exactly what they're getting. All right? So right now, they're fighting against each other. Because they are the sword. They are the sword of the Most High God. At this point in time, they're going back and forth with each other. That means the Most High is done with them. It's like the Valley of Jehoshaphat, where they're starting to kill each other. They're jumping off buildings. They're committing suicide. They're destroying their entire families before they go. They see the migrants showing up. They see the Mexicans coming back for their land. They see the El Salvadorians coming up for their land. Don't forget, Texas and California, at one point in time, 10 tribes owned all that.
That's right.
know?
That's what New Mexico.
And they know this. So they coming back and they taking over these lands politically. They're the police chiefs now. They're the mayors. You know, I know Richardson, Governor Richardson, I believe he died, but he was a governor. You know? So they're taking over the school boards. They're taking over all the important decisions in that area. And Esau can see that, and Esau sees his demise. He realized that he's not having children. The children that he's having are putting needles in their arms on Kennington, Allegheny, and other places that are in the city. They're not having children like that, you know? So this is the demise of the so-called white man, okay? This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And Satan is divided against itself. What is this, a protest? What could they be possibly protesting?